Hey guys, hungover old Professor Gimpy 204, 604. Uh, he's kind of surprised us with a pop quiz. 8 questions that you gotta answer. Or you're gonna get an F in the course. He's taking his hangover out on us. But I love that old coot of a professor, even though he's about half my age. So I'm going to answer his pop quiz. First question is, what comic or comic series would you take with you to a desert island? And I guess it's a question of a series that you already own. So I'm guessing I would bring. Well, if I were smart, I would bring all my Sandman comics. And if I was dumb, I would bring all my Thor comics. Because the Thor can be a bit repetitive. Probably bring the Thor. And then what CD or box set would you bring with you on the desert island? It could be so many things also. I think I would get that Ramones box set. I own all the original albums on vinyl. But I would get the Ramones box set. I think it even comes with a comic book inside of it. In fact, maybe I should get that just to own it. Love the Ramones. Always come back to them. Then he asks us to choose between 3 TV cartoons: Simpsons, Family Guy, or South Park. Is that some kind of measure of your character? What kind of person am I? I guess I'm a Family Guy guy. Mostly because The Simpsons have been around so long, it starts to feel too familiar. But I haven't watched any TV in 5 years, so if I'd been watching Family Guy all this time, I'd probably be sick of that too. But the truth is, the kind of adult cartoon sitcom that I like the best is none of those. It's King of the Hill. I loved King of the Hill when that was on. I kind of worship that. I need to go out and buy all the DVDs of that, for sure. Just appealed to me most on sense of humor wise. And then my second favorite would be Futurama, actually. So there you have that. What comic should we all be reading? And I assume that means a current comic coming out. And I'm kind of stumped there because I could say Daredevil, but I think we all are, or almost all of us are reading Daredevil. To me, that's like the current superhero comic book not to miss. Like I love Great Pacific, but I wouldn't suggest that for everybody. We should all be reading Saga, but we all are reading Saga. So I guess I'll just leave it at Daredevil. What band should we be listening to? And like with everything else, my knowledge of things kind of stopped about 6 years ago. But I could name, 50, 60 bands that you should be listening to. But right now I'm listening to some Hawaiian slack key music. This band is Hu Aloha, but I just recommend checking out some slack key music in general. It's good. I mean, it's really brilliant music for when you're in a really mellow mood, but it's not muzak at all by any means. It's kind of like the Hawaiian version of old-time acoustic blues from the Deep South. Not that, it has a much more upbeat feel than that and everything, but anyway, check out some Hawaiian slack key music. What hero would you marry? This was actually the easiest one. For a second I thought, I have no idea. I don't want to marry any of these effed up superhero women. But then I realized, yes, I do. I want to marry Big Barda. She's from Apocalypse. She was raised by Granny Goodness. And unfortunately, she's in love with scot-free Mr. Miracle. In fact, I think they might have married in one of the later Kirby issues. So I don't know what her current marital status is, but she'd be the one I'd want to marry. She's big and strong. I like a lot of women. Best friend, who would you like to be your best friend from comics? And I'm pretty stumped on that. Gimpy gave a great answer when he said Wolverine, because then you could get junk with him and he could chop off his arm and you could watch it grow back or whatever. That's very cool. I think I'd like, I don't know if he counts because he's not originally from comics, but I'd like to be friends with Conan. But the problem with that is, like, every episode or two his close friends get killed and then he moves on. So I'd be a short-lived friendship and then I'd be dead. Who in comics would you bring back from the dead? And I don't have any great answer there, actually. Yeah, I'd like to bring back the original Captain Marvel, drawn and written by Jim Starlin. But other than that, we could bring back Damien, because I want, favorite character named after myself. but he's dead, and it would just be effed up if he comes back. What villain would you like to go good or hero to go bad? It would be a hell of a lot of fun to see Batman just totally go bad. That episode where he's kind of torturing Frankenstein to get the secret of bringing Damien back to life in Batman and Damien. I really like that. Done right, Batman going bad for a few years could be super intense. I guess once someone like that goes bad, though, how do you bring him back? So it would have to be an Elseworlds kind of thing. But I'd like to see him go bad. So I hope you're all having a mellow Memorial Day weekend if you're one of our American friends. If you're overseas, I hope you're just having a good regular week, or across a border, a good regular weekend. I will be back soon doing a contest for Hitman Von Doom. Talk to you later.